Hello friends and my dear students, welcome back to my channel Phoenix Physics. Today we are going to learn supplementary quantities. There are two quantities, one is plane angle, another one is solid angle. Last class, while explaining physical quantities and its types, I mentioned this name supplementary quantities. But in your book, these two quantities are given under derived quantities tabular column in page number 10, I think so. So, here these two quantities, that is supplementary quantities, that is plane angle and solid angle, were converted into derived quantities in the year 1995 at General Conference on Weight and Measures. So after 1995, scientists included this supplementary quantities into derived quantities. Up to this clear? Plane angle. What is plane angle? Plane angle is the angle made at the intersection of two straight line or intersection of two planes. Consider this is one plane and this is another plane. So, intersection of two straight line or intersection of two plane is plane angle. Okay, up to this clear? This plane angle is two-dimensional one. What is two-dimensional? We can measure either length or width, length or height, or breadth or height. This is two-dimensional. Up to this clear? Can you give some example for two-dimensional shape? Square, rectangle, triangle, circle. All are example for two-dimensional shape. Let me find out plane angle. Consider a circle of radius r. On the circumference of the circle, I am considering a small arc length ds. This is our arc length. And this arc length subtends an angle d theta at the center of the circle. Why I am choosing ds? Because it is very small length. That is why I am denoting ds. Okay. So this arc length subtends d theta at the center of the circle. Up to this clear? How will you define d theta? D theta is nothing but the ratio of arc length ds to the radius of the circle r. What is the unit for this d theta? Here, how will you define r in terms of meter, right? Here this is ds is nothing but our arc length. So this is also in meter. So we can cancel meter. So d theta cannot have unit, or we can say dimensionless. But to specify the measurement, we give specific unit to this ratio. That unit is our radian. Then how will you define 1 radian? Same diagram here. So the radian we can denote as theta. Theta is equal to S by R. This is for radian formula. I am writing from this equation. Up to this clear? Okay. How will you define 1 radian? Same diagram. So this is our theta and this is our radius r, and this is our arc length s. Suppose if s is equal to r, which means this arc length ds is or s is nothing but our radius of the circle. We are taking this r equal to our radius of the circle. So s is equal to r. Substitute this in equation. So r by r cancel out. So theta will be 1 radian. Okay. Then how will you define 1 radian? 1 radian is the angle subtended at the center of the circle by an arc equal in length to the radius of the circle. Now, in our day-to-day life, we use degree for angular measurement, right? But here we are denoting this theta, that is angular measurement, in terms of radian. Okay. Now we will find out the relation between radian and degree. Consider this semicircle. The maximum possible angle for this semicircle is 180 degree. You know. Just now we found out this angle theta is equal to 1 radian. When s is equal to r means this theta is equal to 1 radian. So up to this 1 radian, divide the circle up to here. So this is our 1 radian, and this is our 2 radian, and this is our 3 radian. So I am dividing the semicircle in terms of radian. This portion just now we found out. Remaining, I am splitting the semicircle in terms of radians. Totally I am getting 3 radians and this small portion. This value is nothing but 3.14 radian. Why I am saying 3.14? This is 1 radian, this is 2, 3, and this small measurement is 1.14. So 3.14 radian is equal to 180 degree. So 3.14 is nothing but our pi value. Pi radian is equal to 180 degree. Up to this clear? Now I want to find out 1 radian. So 1 radian means 180 degree by pi. You know the value for pi. Pi is 22 by 7. 180 degree. Substitute the value 22 by 7. You can find out the value as 57.27 degree. So 1 radian is equal to 57.27 degree. Now I want to find out relation between radian, degree and radian. This is relation between radian and degree. That is radian in terms of degree. Now degrees. You rewrite this equation. So 180 degree is equal to pi radian. Then 1 degree is nothing but pi by 180 degree. Substitute the value. You can get the value as 1.745 into 10 to the power of minus 2 radian. So this is 1 degree. Now tell me, 1 degree is equal to 60 minutes and 60 seconds, like our clock. 60 minutes is equal to 1 degree, right? Then 1 minute is equal to 1 degree by 60, correct? Just now found out 1 degree. This is 1.745 into 10 to the power of minus 2 radian divided by this 60, you can get the value as 2.91 into 10 to the power of minus 4 radian. This is for 1 minute. Okay, so this is for 1 radian, 1 degree and 1 minute. Now I want to find out 1 second. 1 second is equal to 1 degree by 3600. You know, 1 degree has 60 minutes and 60 seconds. So 1 second in terms of degree means 1 degree by divided by 3600. Substitute the value for 1 degree, that is 1.745 into 10 to the power of minus 2 radian divided by 3600, 4.85 into 10 to the power of minus 6 radian. So up to this clear. This is the relation between degree and radian. Radian and degree, degree and radian. Up to this clear. Now I want to find out maximum possible angle for this plane. You know the formula, theta is nothing but S by R. So this S is our arc length. I am choosing this arc length on the circumference of the circle. So what's the formula for circumference of the circle? 2 pi R. Here the radius R. Cancel these two. You can get 2 pi radian. So this is the maximum possible angle. Up to this clear. Next we will see solid angle. What is solid angle? Solid angle is the angle formed by 3 or more planes intersecting at a common point. It can also be defined as the angle formed at the vertex of the cone. This solid angle is 3-dimensional. Can you give some example for 3-dimensional shape? Cube, cuboid, then cylinder, sphere. All are example for 3-dimensional shape. Up to this clear. So generally we can say 3-dimensional means we can measure length, breadth and height. That's all. Here I am considering a sphere. Consider this as a sphere of radius R. In circle I considered arc length, but here it is sphere, so I am considering a small area on the surface of the sphere. So this area is dA, because it is small area, so I am denoting as dA. This area subtends an angle d omega at the center of the circle. So this is one radius and this is one radius. Okay, so R. Then how will you define d omega? D omega is the ratio of the area, surface area of the sphere dA to the square of the radius, that is square of the radius of the sphere. So R square. Then what is the unit for this d omega? Here R square, R is measured in terms of meter. So R squared means meter squared. Here area unit is meter squared. So cancel these two. D omega does not have unit, or we can say dimensionless. But to specify the measurement, we give specific name to this ratio, that is steradian. How will you define one steradian? 1 steradian is the ratio of area of the sphere to the square of the radius of the sphere. Up to this clear? Now, how will you define 1 steradian? Here, suppose if the area is 1 meter squared and R is equal to 1 means we can get 1 steradian. So R is 1 means R squared also 1. Area 1 meter squared. So cancel 1. This angle is, solid angle is 1 steradian. How will you define 1 steradian? 1 steradian is the angle, solid angle subtended at the center of the sphere by the surface area equal to the radius of the square of the radius of the sphere. Up to this clear? Next we will find out the possible angle for this omega. So you know the formula. Here A is our surface, small surface on the sphere, right? So what is the formula for surface area of the sphere? That is 4 pi r squared. Here our square of the radius r squared. Cancel these two. Our answer is 4 pi steradian. So steradian, the maximum possible angle is 4 pi steradian. Up to this clear? Our practical purpose, we measure angle in terms of degrees. But in engineering field, research field, they use scientific quantities in terms of radians. Why? Because you know the definition for radian, that is the ratio of the arc length to the radius of the circle. We are denoting radian in terms of the ratio of arc length to the radius of the circle. That is why these radians are more accurate than our degrees. Up to this clear? I hope this video is useful to you. If you like my video, please share and subscribe my video. Thank you.